We are here in the Market One studios, and today I am joined by Geordie Mark, CEO and Director of Blue Jay Gold. Super excited to talk to you about Blue Jay today. You recently listed on the TSX Venture under the symbol JAY. So for our listeners and people hearing the Blue Jay story for the first time, just tell us about the company and why list now?
We're so excited to be listed. We've been working in the background for 2 years to bring the assets together for Blue Jay, and they're incredible assets. So we're very excited to be able to communicate what we have. And we're all about high-grade gold in Canada, and for us, the Steller Project is fantastic. Close to 1 million ounces at 8 grams in an area of former production. So for us, that's key in terms of asset selection in an environment that we see in the backdrop today. Having your infrastructure in place, for us, creates a pathway to lower cost exploration, but also ameliorates issues when you go towards a production orientation going forward. So we're excited to get out of the gate, get drilling, let the market know what we're up to.
All right, well, I want to stay with your work in the Yukon, the Steller Project, your flagship project. Now you're calling it the highest grade underdeveloped gold project in the Yukon. So what do you believe makes it so special? And just tell us more about the existing camp and the road infrastructure.
We can drive there, to your point. You can just get there. About an hour's drive from the capital city of Whitehorse. So in that sense, that's really close by. It's a differential factor in terms of project access. That's important when you're looking at exploration costs and how to manage risk. So for us, that's very important. We finished a raise around $14.7 million. And we're looking to drill very soon. So for us, getting on site, being able to drill and drill it more easily with road access is very important. Having a camp, a former plant, operating plant, and technical services workshop with 120 kilometres of historical drill core, just fantastic assets to be able to exploit and to be able to leverage from going forward. So for us, Stellar's an excellent project, large scale, it's about 170 square kilometres, that's easy access.
And you came fully funded, about 14 million and a tight share count, like you mentioned. You mentioned that GIL program, but where is the money going this year and what would make 2026 a success?
Yeah, look, we've been putting a lot of work in the background to target resource expansion targets. So 70% of exploration dollars goes towards drilling on resource expansion. So for us, it creates that avenue to be able to leverage from the resource space that we have at the moment. But given the size of the land package at 170 square kilometres, we think we can add new technologies to exploration discovery success potential to leverage exploration for several years to come. And in that sense, we're looking to explore in new areas for new discovery and growth. So we're two-armed, resource expansion from what we have, but also delivering new exposure to new discovery potential.
Very exciting. And gold is having quite the run, near record highs, and money flowing back into the juniors. So how does Blue Jay separate itself from the pack?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I was an equity analyst for 17 years. And for me, we had a great run the last 18 months. Equities did really well, and they did really well for movement and commodity price. I think the next 2 years, we'll see a consolidation phase focus on stories of grade and infrastructure and safe jurisdictions. So we're in a great position to be able to communicate our message to, I think, to a market that really will take more focus on looking at consolidating in assets that are similar to us.
All right, amazing. Well, you talked a little bit about news flow there, but for the next maybe 6 to 12 months, what are some key catalysts or milestones that investors can look forward to?
Fantastic. Yep. Look, we've got a clear strategy in terms of communication towards North America, European and Asian markets. And that's underpinned by a very active drilling campaign. We've got 16,000 metres of drilling, start almost immediately out of the gate post-listing. So a fantastic place to be. And those will be on resource expansion and new targets coming out. So we expect drilling to start basically in June through to about mid-October and drill results to follow all the way through there into probably next year.
Sounds like a lot of great news flow coming from Blue Jay Gold. Thank you so much for being with us. You're trading on the TSX Venture under the symbol JAY, correct?
Correct, that's exactly right.
Thanks so much for being with us, Geordie.
No, that's great, thank you.